Hey, how's it going this morning, everybody? It's about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm making a little video here about apps that I think truckers should look into that make your life a little easier. I got me a cheat sheet here, so you see me looking down a lot at the cheat sheet because I have a horrible memory. It is February 19th. I'm in Slidell, Louisiana. Say it with me. Alright, so number one, Google Maps. Everybody uses Google Maps. Gotta love that street view. Also, the questions part of it. That's the reason I put it on there. Maybe not a lot of people know about that. Like last night, the place I'm at right now, getting unloaded, I didn't know if I was going to have to use lumpers. And it's very early in the morning, so I didn't want to have to call and get a check number this morning, wake everybody up. So I was going to ask in advance for a check number. But then I said, hey, I'll ask on Google Maps, do I even use lumpers here? Come to find out, I asked the question. Within 5 minutes, another driver answered me back. No, they do not use lumpers here. So I was glad for that information. So, if people leave reviews of places, like, there's a lot of information that could really help other drivers, like, where you check in at, maybe drop a pin and take a screenshot of where, you're supposed to enter or exit. These are all things that could help other drivers. Number two, Trucker Path. Most guys, I would hope, already know about Trucker Path, but I use it just for the parking. If people would update that parking whenever you get done for the day and you park somewhere or wherever, middle of the day, if you park somewhere, update that parking status. That really helps everybody else out. And for all the trolls that go on there and just constantly put, oh, the lot's full, the lot's full, the lot's full, do me a favor, take a long walk off a short pier. Do that for me. The next one I use is Trucker Tools. That's how I get my fuel, or that's how I, figure out where I'm going to purchase my fuel. They have a fuel optimization app, part of their app that is awesome. You can put whether you want to get the fuel within the first 100, 500 miles of your trip. You can put in if you're a quarter of a tank at the beginning and you want to be 3/4 of a tank at the end. It really, really goes into some detail, and the prices are more accurate on there than they are on the Trucker Path, I find. The next one is YouTube. You're watching YouTube right now. There's tons of knowledge on YouTube. So I suggest, use that to learn as much as possible. The next one is Google Drive. Google Drive has a scan feature. If you're an owner-operator or you're keeping track of your expenses, you can put your receipt down. Like, say you go in and you buy some windshield wiper fluid or whatever, you get a repair bill, anything you do like that. You take that receipt, you lay it down, you go to Google Drive, you hit upload, and it's got a scan feature, and you can hit that and it will scan the receipt into your Google Drive. Every year I start a new folder and it's all my receipts from that year. Makes it, it gives you a digital copy of the receipt. Last year I had probably $200 to $300 worth of receipts for tax time, and the truck I had was leaking water in one of the overhead storage compartments, and I had the receipts in in just a brown envelope, and the water got to it, and pretty much the receipts are useless now. So if I had a digital copy of those, I can use them. So there you go. It never hurts to have that digital copy. Plus, when it comes tax time, you don't have to go through, I just put all the receipts in a Ziploc bag now. But when it comes tax time, I have to get them out and try to read all of them. I just got digital copies right there. I can just go through one, bam, 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 done. The next one is Load Docs. I use this to scan in my paperwork to the brokers. It's got a nice little scan feature. Makes it real easy to scan it in, and it's already set up for my truck and all my information there, so I don't have to re-enter all that. I just scan, take a picture of the paperwork with my phone, and it categorizes it into, lumper receipts, gate passes, bill of ladings, signed bill of ladings. It does it all for you, very easy. I like that one. It's called Load Docs. The next one is the Weigh My Truck Out from Cat Scales. I don't know if you guys are using this one or not. I just started using it a couple months ago. Wow. Makes life so much easier. When you weigh your truck and then you got to pull around to a fuel island and then you got to wait because, all the fuel islands are taken. You want to pull through so you can just go in and get your weight receipt. And I've seen guys park in front of the cat scale. They weigh and they pull off the scale. It's a horrible practice because then it holds everybody else up. Weigh My Truck Out gets rid of all of that. You pull up, you pre-enter all your information, your truck number, your company name, your credit card, all that good stuff. When you pull up on the app, you open the app, it uses your location to figure out which scale you're on. You hit accept when, if it shows the right scale, you hit accept. Then you hit accept for your truck and trailer information and company name. And then you hit accept again for the approval of the credit card. And then, bam, it emails you a copy of the weight receipt right then. The other day, sorry, that was another driver I was talking to here. Honking at me as he left. Okay, starting the video here again. This lot we're in here is everybody shows up at the same time, and we're out here playing musical chairs. So I had to pull up a little bit to get out of so the guy can get in the dock after the other guy left. So I went through Weigh My Truck. Yeah, that Weigh My Truck is a great app. I got off the I got this load here the other day. Prime example. Picked it up in South Dakota. It was 41,000 pounds. It's kind of spread out. I wanted, anything over 30, I think, is worth scaling. So I pull off the freeway. I swing into a Flying J. I pull up on the scale. I open the app. I click accept 3 times. Within probably 30 seconds of pulling up on that scale, I've got my weight receipt emailed to me, which I can hit send straight to Google Drive. As far as for my taxes, puts it right into my receipt bin or my receipt folder in Google Drive. And everything was good. Pushed the brakes in, headed out. Never had to go into the truck stop, never had to get out of the truck. It was 7 degrees. I was so thankful I didn't have to get out and go in. Literally from the time I exited the freeway to the time I was back on the freeway up to speed was like 7 minutes. 7 minutes. It would have took me 7 minutes to go wait in line at the Flying J. They got one person working, 700 people in there. So I was super glad I didn't have to mess with any of that crap. So definitely check that one out. The next one I have is Copilot GPS. This is a paid app. You can download the app for free. It's got basic features for free, but you have to pay for the turn-by-turn navigation. When I first started using this about a year ago, it was like $9.99 a month, or you could get a year for like $80. And I was kind of weighing it out. I was like, well, I go buy a truck GPS and mount on the windshield. And a good one is, $300 or $400. And I'm like, well, I can pay $80 a year. And I'm like, it's always updated if it's on my phone. They're always getting the new map updates. And they're downloaded to your phone. You download the maps to your phone. So you don't need signal for this app to work. So if I put in, if I type in an address and I've got that map downloaded, because it breaks it up into regions. You can download the whole, 48 states, continental U.S., you can download that at one time, or you can download, like if you only run the Southeast, you can just download the Southeast. If you only run the Midwest, you can just and it tells you which states are included in each download. But they are on your phone. So one thing I do like about this app extra is if you do have signal, it's got a bar on the right hand side of the screen that shows you the next like 60 miles. So, you know, like right here, it would be a bar and it would show the next 60 miles. And it would break it down like 15, 30, 45, 60. And if there's anything ahead of you that's slowing you down, it'll put a red mark or a yellow mark. If it's just a slow down, it'll be a red mark if it's a stop. And it's got a refresh button up there so you can, you know, say 50 miles out, there's a red spot. So you know there's something that's stopped on the freeway. Like there, so if it's an accident, you know, you may refresh that and it'll tell you, it'll say, you know, 20-minute delay, 15-minute delay. Well, you can refresh that, or it'll refresh it for you like every 3 or 4 minutes. And I like this because it lets me know, like if there's a 45-minute red mark, you know, 50 miles away, as I come into that, you know, 10, 15, 20 miles, I refresh that. If it stays or it gets worse, I find me a place to pull off and let it go away. Because if it's an accident, instead of going up there and sitting and waiting at the accident, I can pull off at a rest area, go off duty, and save my hours. So, and also on the price of the app, the price has come down crazy. I'm glad I didn't buy a year ago, because now I'm getting it for, they're offering turn-by-turn navigation for 99 cents for 30 days now. So it's literally came down to 10% of what it was, like a 90% discount. So it's a really nice GPS app, and for 99 cents a month, there's no way I would go buy a dash mounted, you know, one for the front up there or my windshield. I mean, it doesn't really use a lot of your battery on your phone either, because you know, the maps downloaded on your phone, so it's not constantly like refreshing that part of it, you know, like Google does. The only thing it refreshes is the bar on the side that, you know, lets you know the traffic ahead. It's a pretty slick app. I think it's worth giving a try. You know, you download it, you pay 99 cents, give it a run. It's for me, it's the one I use, and it's you can do it truck specific. So you can enter, you know, if you're standard, you know, 53-foot trailer, 80,000 pound gross, you know, it's not going to put you on routes that, you know, are weight restricted or, you know, length restricted. I've been using it about a year. I think 2 or 3 times it's tried to put me on a road that are not truck routes. So, and it's got a thing where you can flag it and let them know, hey, that's not a truck route. I've done that a couple times when it's, you know, tried to put me on routes that are, you know, but it's never took me to a low bridge or anything. You can adjust your height. You can adjust your weight on there too. Like, you know, say you pick up a light load that's 15,000 pounds. You know, you can lower your weight down to like 55,000 or 60,000 just to be, you know, extra cautious. You know, and that may open up some better routes for you. You know, because you may be able to go over a bridge that, you know, if you were 80, you couldn't. So it's a very nice app. It's very clean. It's made by the Qualcomm has something to do with it, because it's Copilot is on some of the Qualcomms, I've noticed. But it's Copilot GPS. It's a slick app. Try it out. The other one is I use Let's Truck to track my fuel mileage. The Kevin Rutherford company, Let's Truck. I know a lot of you guys love to hate him or hate to love him, or I don't, you know, it is what it is. But I do use the app. I do like the fuel mileage tracker app. You know, it's clean. It's easy to use. You enter some basic information, and you know, it tells you how many cents per mile it's costing you to run this, you know, your truck. Which, you know, it makes it takes one element of like my cost per mile of operation. It makes it very simple. I know, you know, I looked at the other day, you know, for the past 90 days, I'm averaging, you know, 36 cents a mile to move this truck just in fuel. So, you know, that factors in, you know, when you know, I'm trying to choose a load, and, you know, knowing your numbers, that's half the battle. You know, if you're moving freight for what it's costing you to move it, then, yeah, I don't know, maybe career change is in order, or definitely get out of being a business owner. I hear Swift is hiring if you're running freight for what it's costing you to move it for. So yeah, Let's Truck, that's how I track my fuel mileage. And my 10th one is a pretty neat one I just discovered, I don't know, a couple months ago, when you know, I was getting killed by tolls, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I gotta figure out something, man. Like, you know, to go to freaking New Jersey from Chicago and back is like $300 in tolls. Excuse me, way more than $300. It's like $500. Hell, just going across the Ben Franklin, it's $37.50 one way. So you know, keep that in mind. Toll Guru is the name of the app. By the way, I don't even know if I said that. I started ranting about paying tolls. I told you. That's what the Pennsylvania state motto should be. I told you. You know, when you leave, they should have a big sign. Not told. Told you. Sorry, it's early. So yeah, that's my 10 apps I think every trucker should have. Definitely should be checking those out, using those. You know, that if you take nothing else from this video, the two I suggest, the three I suggest the most would be the Weigh My Truck. I don't know why everybody's not using that. It would totally clean up the whole truck stop experience for everyone, because you know how many of those guys are parked at the fuel island blocking you in after you get fuel, or inside waiting to pay for a scale ticket? At least once a week you're probably blocked in by somebody like that if you go to the Flying J and the Pilots. Yeah, so that one, Toll Guru, because, you know, like, that Toll Guru saved me like $60 the other day. I can't remember exactly where I was. It was in Pennsylvania, because I told you that. But yeah, so like going up the road, going up a U.S. highway like 9 miles and catching another road that was like 17 miles. Total, I think I went about 30 extra miles. I saved like $70 on tolls using this thing. And it's pretty neat because it'll let you choose like the most efficient route, the least tolled route, or like it'll tell you how much tolls you're going to pay if you go the way, you know, like Google tells you to go. Pretty nice little setup. And you can set it up for Class 8 trucks. Class 8, 5-axle, which is what most of us are. And it'll tell you the tolls for that vehicle. I find that pretty neat. But yeah, guys, I'm going to hop off here now. This video has been way longer than I'd planned. I love seeing YouTube cliches. That was one of them. So, until next time, keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down, and keep it between the mayonnaise and the mustard. Later.